right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another IL session. I am Teacher Gutenberg, welcoming you all aboard this wonderful conversation we hold every Wednesday at around 7:07-ish or something like that. Our students are already here with us, and our friend Keith Davis, always welcome to our conversations here at Live Pajamas. And if you just joined us through Instagram or YouTube, just share this connection, like this live, and also drop your comment down below so we can interact with you as well. Good evening, guys.
How's things in Brazil?
Hey, Keith. Well, things in Brazil, Davi, can you answer this question, please? How are things in Brazil? Let me put my new bag.
Kind of. Because the pandemic.
Pretty much messed up.
Oh, okay. I forgot what messed up is. Bagunçado, that's what it is, bagunçado.
Yeah, well, we've been going through a CPI right now. Well, I can only think of, answering this question on the political view, Keith Davis, because
hey, at least
is about the
politics.
View. Yeah, everything.
Yeah, well, I wish that was the least of my worries. I got car issues here. The air conditioning in my car is it needs another compressor according to the mechanic, and it would cost me like $900 to get this thing fixed. And I'm just thinking that's costing me olho da cara, or como a gente diz em inglês, cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Me custa rim, como vocês falam. And I was like, oh, great. So anyway, I'm going to get a second opinion before I spend all my money. But it's hot here in North Carolina, and you got to have air conditioning or roll down the window.
Right.
They tell me in the Brazilian Northeast, it's very, very hot, so hot that your clothes stick to your body. And I told the guy, oh, I love hot weather. He says, no, Keith, you ain't seen nothing like this. The guy's from Pernambuco. And then I remember I went to Mexico and I got on the bus there. And then I just remembered they don't have air conditioning on those buses. So no wonder he's complaining.
Yeah. It goes the same for us in Brazil. Well, most buses now, they come with AC. But yeah, you are right about the northeast of Brazil and the north of Brazil. It's pretty hot, really blistering hot, like the Sahara Desert. Yeah. Well, I wish it were like the Sahara Desert, because the Sahara Desert is pretty cold during the nights. Now the temperature drops down really close to 10 Celsius, something like that, 60-ish Fahrenheit in the evening. Now, in the north of Brazil, the hot temperature goes high up until 10 p.m., Everything is that really hot this time of the year.
Yeah.
The heat wave has hit us real hard sooner than the last year. Because
the other thing is my sister's having car trouble too. Matter of fact, I had to go bring her some oil the other day, right? Because her car, and then the oil wasn't the problem. And anyway, she finally got it to her mechanic after not having a car for a couple of days. And then she called me today at lunchtime wanting to know, could I go pick her up at her house in another city about 10 miles? No, I ain't gonna say 10 miles. 5, 6 miles away. and then I had to go pick up at her house and take her to her mechanic, and then the car wasn't even fixed yet. But
Yeah.
it was going to be, it was overheating.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
so
let
she
me
was going to buy me, pay me back by buying me dinner tonight, but I told her that was okay. She didn't have to buy me dinner right now. She says she owes me a dinner. So I'm going to uh anyway, I went to the Jamaican
uh,
restaurant, got me a side of shrimp with in curry sauce and a jerk chicken sandwich, as they call it in Jamaica.
I had them in well, somewhere, I think in Nassau. Yeah, in the Bahamas, they have it as well. Yeah. Anyways, well, the weather and car parts and whatever issues you might be having in your life are not even close to what we're going through political wise, you know. Uh, it's just it's just nonsense, beyond nonsense. Our politicians are just so discredited by the population because they don't have any not even a tiny wee part of what you know, respect by their image anymore, because they come live on TV in the CPE sessions and they just tell like horrible things about, you know, really well renowned professionals that we have in the health area in Brazil, when they just come and discredit our health professionals just like as if they were gods in the Olympus, you know, the god of the medicine, whatever. They don't have a clue about medicine, and they come and tell people on their faces that they don't know anything about medicine. And, you know, people that have devoted their life
Mhm.
for, you know, the public health, and, you know, serious studies, not just in Brazil but across the globe. It's just like, oh, so diminishing, you know, what they've been doing in this CPI. It's horrible. Do you by any chance have any sort of CPI in your country?
CPAY, I don't understand. Any sort of what?
A CPI, 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 okay?
CAI.
A
I don't.
CPI is a parliament, you know, commission to inquisite about what is going on about a program of the government. You know, it's like a tool that the government has to investigate themselves and other parts of the government, like, you know, a CPI is independently being used, you know, to investigate governors, senators, you know, and even, you know, the president and whoever comes across whatever they aim to investigate. So that
No,
is,
I'm not really sure about all of that. I just got home here. I was driving my car. In case you don't know, I don't know if I told you this the other day, but I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning. Red lights coming through my curtains. I look out. There were 3 ambulances, 2 police cars, and a fire truck. And it turned out that my next door neighbor's wife had a stroke
uh-huh.
and or a heart attack or something. So they had to take her to the emergency room. Go online, some
I'm sorry, can you
they
say,
on live support.
can you say that again? The internet just cut it all off, you know.
Eu falei para você que foi militar
Jeez.
ou derrame cerebral
Oh boy.
to life
It's just
support.
it's just not it's just not being, really understandable what you're saying right now. Problems with the internet, possibly. I just couldn't understand a word that you just said. Oh, his internet just went down. All right. He is coming back real soon. Our friend from the United States. There he is. He's just got connected again. Hopefully we'll understand.
Here we are again. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear
Is
me?
is it your internet?
It's got to be my Wi-Fi. I don't understand. They gave us a new one.
Oh, you got a new Wi-Fi system?
I guess on supposed to replace because we were having this problem before. But anyway, what I was going to say, and she had a stroke or something, and they
Right.
took her to the emergency room and they put her on life support. But we haven't heard anything for days, and so then I get the call from my next door.
Yes? You got your car? And then I can't hear you. Can't hear you anymore. Keith? Now it seems like our friend Keith Davis is going through some Wi-Fi issues this evening. Davi, how are you doing today?
Great.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, his internet just went down again. So yeah, this is the IL session, guys. We are here to practice our English with our native speaker friends from, the United States and elsewhere. If you have a friend who wanted to join us, and if you yourself wanted to join us to practice your English, just drop me a line, send me a direct message on Instagram. Also go and access www.lepidiomas.com.br to get a hold of us, and then we'll see what we can do about you, okay? Now tell me, Davi, are you still in Goiânia?
Yeah.
So you're not planning to come back soon? You're not planning on coming back soon?
I don't have an idea. I'm just here, and yeah, that's it.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
All right. And how's life been treating you in Goiânia?
What, teacher?
How's life been treating you in Goiânia? How's life? I mean life, not life. Yeah.
Very, very good.
Very good. Yes.
My God, my God's parents are are so gentle.
Gentle. My godparents, parents
Um,
are so kind. I think kind is a better word, okay? Kind is a
okay.
better word. Yeah, your godparents are so kind. Wow, that's amazing. So your mom is still here in Araguaína and your dad is down in, what is the name of the state again? Paraná?
No, my parents are here too
Oh, your parents are
with
there
me.
too. That's great, man. So you got the both, you got the best of both sides. That's an expression people use. You got the best of both sides. Yeah. You got the best of both sides. I mean, one side you have your godparents, the other side you have your parents. Ain't that
Uh,
amazing? Right?
right.
That is amazing. And tell me, or better, tell us, what have you been doing lately? What have you been doing lately?
Doing a lot of exams.
Exams?
Yeah,
Did you mean
and seeing the doctor.
oh, you've been seeing the doctor.
Yeah.
All right, you've been seeing the doctor and you have been taking, okay, a lot of exams, a lot of tests. Well, you can take a test or you can run a test. The best way Americans will say is run, okay? You can take a test or you run. Running is much more common, okay? So I've been running a lot of tests, okay? Tests
Okay.
here, you can also say exams. Exams, yeah. Okay, I've been running a lot of exams. I've been running a lot of tests, but it seems to me that in the United States, people will usually say run tests. Okay, now I can ask you, what kind of tests? You can say, oh, blood tests, you know, glucose tests. All right. What else? Oh, I think the internet is not behaving really gently this evening. Yeah, we are coming again. Okay, we're back again. Yeah, so exams. There's an E here, right here. Yeah. Wow. What I've been doing? What have I been doing? Let me check on Keith Davis. Keith Davis. Keith Davis. All right. Keith Davis, where are you? All right. Here we go. Let's see what's going on with Keith Davis this evening. Hello, Carleane, right? Carleane, Elise. Elise or Carleane. Hello, Elise. How are you doing? I wanted to talk to you. Hello, Admilson. Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, all of you guys. Stick to us so you can practice your English every Wednesday at around 7:07. So tell me a little bit more about what you've been doing lately, David.
I've been doing exams and that's it.
You've been you've
Uh,
been running
I'm not
exams,
doing, I'm not, I'm not doing, interesting things.
interesting things, but you're not even drawing anymore.
Yeah, I make some draws. But in my time, I'm seeing the doctor
In
and
uh, in my free time, I've been seeing the doctor. Yeah, that's good.
yeah, yeah,
But you are okay, right?
yeah, right. I have some problems, but it's okay.
That's
It's
life.
not great.
It's not a big deal. That's what we say. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay? Or they are not a big deal. Now, David, I am wondering if you could shut down the vibing mode of your cell phone, please. Can you?
Okay.
Thank you. See, you can say, oh, I've been having some problems or some issues, but they are not a big deal. All right, that's what people say, or it's not a big deal. Okay, that's what people usually say. Let me check on Keith. Oh no, what is going on with Mr. Keith? Anyways, So yeah. And what do you expect from the second semester of the year?
I really don't know. Sure. My life is so
Messed up?
relative.
Messed up?
It's not depend of me. It's depend of my parents.
Okay, it doesn't depend only on me, or it doesn't depending only on me. Yeah. Okay. That's what we say. It doesn't depend only on me. It doesn't depend on me. It depends on my parents. Okay? It depends on my parents. All right? That's the expression. It depends. It what? The life. The life depends on my parents. Okay. And how are your parents doing?
They are okay, teacher.
They are okay? All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. Now tell me, what would you like to be talking about tonight?
I don't have an idea, teacher.
I have no
How can
idea.
I say? Minha vontade é só de deitar e dormir.
Well, you can lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Okay, that's the verb. Okay. I wish I could only lay down. Forever.
I wish it could.
Forever, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Stop it today.
Now tell me, Davi, how old are you again? 16, 17?
60 years.
16.
16 here.
If you
So,
say, well, you are 16, but you're feeling like 60. You can say,
yeah.
oh, teacher, I am 16, but I feel like I'm 60. Okay.
That's
Oh,
the truth.
there you go. Such a long time I don't see these glasses.
I think later.
Oh, that's okay. I would actually prefer seeing you physically, because it's much more interesting. Now, hey Dede, hello Aurora Manueli, hello guys. Um, so, what kind of movie have you been watching recently? Have you been?
I'm just playing games, teacher. I'm
Oh,
playing The Last of Us.
what are you playing again?
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that sounds like a post-apocalyptical story.
Yeah, exactly that.
Post-apocalyptical.
It's the best game I've been played.
Now, can I can I learn how to play it, or is that really difficult?
No, it's not. It's not much difficult.
It's not a
You
lot.
just have a. You just have a PS4.
Okay, so anyone can learn how to play it.
Yeah.
Is
It's
this is this a violent
in.
is this a violent game, or is it a game that anyone can play it?
It's Apocalypse, teacher. Oblivion is.
Now
It's
let me ask you
violent.
a question. Are there zombies?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
So
something like
no,
that.
it is
Oh,
apocalypse.
something like that. It's not a zombie, but it's something like that.
So there are something like a zombie. There is.
How can I say fungus?
Huh? Say
How can I
what?
say fungus?
Did you say fungi? I think it's fungi. Fungi. I think it's like this, fungi. Hold on. That is a word that I never, yeah, in English. I almost never use because it's totally biology, right? Let me check for you. There is fungus. Yeah, I'm correct, but that's the plural. I got the plural. Okay, I'm halfway through it. Fungus.
Fungus.
Fungus, and the plural is
Fungi.
fungi. There you go. That's what I wanted. Hello, Vanubia, my dear. Such a long time I don't see you. Send me those beautiful hearts, Vanubia. I miss you so much, Vanubia. All right, so that's
Fungi.
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 Oh, I can also say fungi in the British English.
Fungi.
Fungi. There's also mold. I know mold.
Mold.
But mold is more like mofo. You know? Mofo is a fungi. Oh my gosh. Fungi. Yeah. Now, this word will most of the time be said in plural because fungi is always a colony, okay, David? So fungus,
Okay.
fungus,
Fungus.
fungus is one individual. And fungus is never alone. So you are going to say fungi most of the time. Hello, rock and roll. Hello, hello, Vanubia. Oh, guys, I miss you so much. All right, so I'm gonna drop you a line here. Yes, and you please help me out, okay? So in this game, there's a fungi. There are fungi. In this game, The Last of Us, there are fungi.
Yeah,
Is that
teacher.
yeah?
Search The Last of Us in Google.
All right. Are you telling me to Google it?
Yeah.
Yes. So just Google it, teacher. Just Google it. The Last of Us. That sounds like I'm really fond of The Walking Dead, you know? It seems like it seems like it seems like The Walking Dead show. The Walking Dead show. Okay? Yeah. Hello, Clazy. Good evening. Yeah, that sounds like the Walking Dead show. Is it played only on PlayStation or you can play it on your phone?
Nah, no, your phone, teacher. It's
Oh,
exclusive.
so I can
Exclusive.
download it here and I can play it here for free. Is it a free game or is it a paid game?
You just can play it in PS, PS, teacher.
Oh, I cannot
PS4,
play it on my cell
PS5.
phone? I cannot play it on
No,
my cell
teacher.
phone? Oh,
Your
no.
cell phone never. Como que nós nunca vai rodar isso?
All right. It's not going to run. Cell phones can't run this game, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Marli Soares. Welcome back, Kid Davis. Are you telling me you have a PlayStation?
No, I don't have a PlayStation.
Oh, I'm asking Davi.
No, teacher. I'm playing in my my
Cousin's PlayStation.
yeah.
Your cousin's PlayStation? Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's a pity. I can't play it on the phone now. Are you all set, Mr. Davis, with your internet?
I hope so. I had to replug the Wi-Fi, and I don't know what's wrong with that. It might be the router. Anyway, como eu estava dizendo para você, a esposa da minha, como eu estava dizendo para você, antes da internet cair.
Yeah. Go on.
Esposa de meu vizinho ficou doente há uns dias atrás, sofreu um infarto ou um derrame cerebral. Ok, ela foi levada por meio da ambulância, as usual. And supostamente foi conectado ao máquina da vida, não sei exatamente como se diz em português. Então, eu falei com o esposo dela hoje no telefone, fiquei um pouco assustado, porque achei que me ia dizer, me ia contar uma má notícia, entendeu? Mas supostamente recebeu um milagre e ela está bem, mas ainda não fecharam uma data para seu dia de alta, entendeu? Mas sabia que ela vai se recuperar. Okay, so I don't really need any bad news right now, entendeu?
I think what they call life support machine is unidade de apoio à vida. I think they call something like that. Unidade.
That's just a long word. Let me see what they say in the movies here.
Yeah, it is. I think I heard something, I'm not quite sure. I think I heard something that is like unidade de suporte. Yeah. I think it's suporte. We love using this word.
Let's see what this life support. Okay. Let me see.
Avançado. Yeah.
Respiração não artificial. Respiração artificial, light support machine. Deixa eu ver. Máquina de apoio à vida. Máquina de apoio à vida. That's how they translate it in the movies.
Yeah, that's what I told you at first. Máquina. I think unidade is the best word. Unidade de apoio.
Unidade de apoio à vida.
Unidade de apoio à vida.
Something just occurred to me. Como se diz em português dependable? Exemplo contextualizado para você. He's a dependable person.
Say that again, please.
Dependable. Como se diz em português? He or she is a very dependable person.
We don't have a single word for that. Yeah, we say ele ou ela ainda depende dos pais.
No. Outro contexto. Dependable person.
Dependable person.
Yeah, that means you can count on them. Pode contar com elas. Elas vão cumprir com sua promessa.
We don't say that. We don't say that. A person you can depend on, right? I got it. It's a person, uma pessoa confiável.
Uma pessoa confiável, ok.
Yeah, a pessoa confiável. Yeah. I have never heard that before in English, a dependable person. Is that something that people say on a daily basis?
Yeah, I have a coworker, a fellow translator, and she's not dependable. She never comes to work. She's out for weeks. She's not dependable. Não é pessoa confiável.
I usually hear this term, trustworthy, I guess. Yeah.
But, that's kind of meio formal, mas a gente usa mais dependable. Não é pessoa de confiança.
I'm not sure how to spell it, trustworthy person.
E você acertou na ortografia, está escrevendo bem. But não dá para confiar nessa pessoa, porque nunca chega no trabalho, sempre chega atrasada, sempre inventa uma desculpa por isso ou aquilo. She's not dependable.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, yeah, uma pessoa não confiar. And then undependable would be não confiável. Can you say that? An undependable person?
She's not dependable. Eu oposto de dependable.
Not dependable. So you're gonna use the negative adverb. All right. Yeah, well, you say confiável in Portuguese, just like the confiável, não confiável. Yeah, you say,
Tá, eu saquei.
yeah. Sacou. That is so informal, Keith Davis.
I know. Eu tenho vários amigos do Brasil, especialmente sul do Brasil, que usam e elas ficam rindo a gargalhadas quando eu uso o termo, porque é uma palavra da rua.
Yeah, I never say that. I never say that. Yeah. Well, sometimes I use this sacou as in you can use it like that as well. Like
Tá ligado. That's what they say. Tá ligado.
Use it like got it. You know, sacou, saquei. So sometimes when I'm talking to a teenager, you know, a student of mine, and I wanted to, you know, to talk on the same level, and I use this word, but that is a very specific situation, you know, and I am a teacher. I want to come on the same level of language to reach a goal, an interpersonal goal, you know?
Yeah, you know, we don't have those formal, informal pronouns in English. We have titles to distinguish this, and I thought that's one of the problems. People ask me, como se dice você, como se dice o senhor, or a señora, and I have to explain that we don't really have a word for that. Not like you guys. Línguas latinas têm. É uma fenômeno de línguas latinas e línguas europeias em geral, entendeu? O vous, e tu, e do, e ze, and you know, that sort of thing. Вы, e tu in Russian. Tu e domna voastră in Romanian. It's one of those things.
That's what we call them. Treatment pronouns. I don't know if we can say that in English. That's why I quoted. But that's how we call it in Portuguese.
Well, I know they have honorifics in Japanese, which I don't know much Japanese, but I know that you know, you conjugate a pronoun plus a verb in Portuguese and Spanish and Italian and French and Romanian and Catalan. But in Japanese, there's an entire conjugation for all the verbs depending on the level of respect and the social class. And you have to, it's incredible. It's even more complicated in Portuguese.
I know. Yeah, well, it can be really tough to learn these, you know, Oriental languages, right? Because they write in a different way and they, well, have different pronunciation. It's a whole different cosmology. Yeah, they really think from the inside out.
So can you imagine this in translating this over to a foreign language, to another culture, and you got to learn all these little idiosyncrasies of the languages, as nuances que as aulas que não te vão entender. Todas essas nuances, essas coisas culturais, esses aspectos culturais que nunca vai aprender em uma aula formal.
No, well, not in a regular class. Not in a regular class. If you go to a regular 2.0 education class, you're not gonna get that. Not really. You know, you have to go to. You would have to go to specific approach. We call it ESP. In this case, well, it would be SP class. Okay, specific approach class, you know, like it is my class, like my classes here in regarding English and Spanish and French as well. So if you take Japanese classes, to learn all those stuff, you would have to go through a sort of GSP class.
Yeah, porque tem brasileiros que dizem que eu falo bem informal. E talvez por isso eles acham que eu falo portuguesado. Because os portugueses falam bem certinho. Everything is certinho. You know, everything is this. And in Brazil, it's tu fala, você fala. I mean,
I think so. Maybe the person who said that is a person who has a different level of Portuguese, you know?
But like I got a friend from Paraná. He's a teacher also. He's an English teacher. And I'll ask him, como se diz isso, aquilo em português? And he'll tell me, well, this is how you say it, literal, but it's rare that people will say this in everyday talk. I thought, really? Because I asked somebody one time, how do you say, he was already heading in that direction. I mean, por exemplo, eu vou dar exemplo para você. Hey, did you hear Gutenberg was selling drugs? And I'll say, really? I'll say, yeah. Well, he was already heading in that direction. I mean, I don't think you can say, how do you say? Ele já estava indo nessa. Ele já está indo nessa direção. That would be the literal thing, but they say, most people would say, já estava dando sinal disso.
Yeah. We say, we have an expression in the North for that. It just hadn't come to me right now. We would say something like, we would try to contextualize, you know, the person, like something like, mas vem de família, mas vem, ele já, de onde ele vem? We try to come up with something like that. De onde ele vem, não se esperaria outra coisa. We would say something like that.
That's better. Vem de família wouldn't be the same thing. But, desculpa, meu celular está tocando, eu vou ignorar. Mas, de qualquer jeito, uma vizinha minha que estava ligando para mim anteriormente, eu tive que, how do you say, fazer outra coisa, e quando eu tornei a ligação dela, ela me falou que estava culpada. Anyway, but going back to what I was saying, that doesn't... Vem de família would not be close to, he was heading on that same direction. More like what you said, já esperava isso, that would be closer. But
it depends on the situation, you know, because if it is something like drugs or alcohol or a certain behavior that, you know, it's passed along the line, you know, the family line, you could possibly say something like that. But yeah, we would say something like that, or maybe you would say something, he was already headed in that direction. Let me check. Let me see. Ele já parecia que ia seguir esse caminho, ok? Já parecia que ele ia seguir esse caminho, né? Seguir o caminho is another expression that you can use to express that.
Já estava seguindo esse caminho. I mean, faz sentido. Yeah, I can see that.
Caminho. Ou então, we would try to back it up with, mas a família dele já está nesse caminho. Mas a rua dele já é uma rua que levaria ele para esse caminho. As amizades dele levariam ele para esse caminho, por esse caminho. We would say something like that, okay?
Well, how would you say this? We have an expression, a lot of people say here, I've heard a lot of people say, my nerves were tore up. I saw the accident and now my nerves are tore up. Or I made a mistake and now my nerves are tore up. I don't think I don't. I was trying to research. Estava tentando pesquisar isso hoje no trabalho nas horas vagas, and I was trying to find an equivalent to that. And
Is it like, well, if this translation resembles, I think that's what we say in Portuguese. Nervos à flor da pele.
meus nervos estão na flor da pele.
Is that
Você-
what it feels like to have the nerves stored up?
And that's what is that? Essa expressão implica o quê?
A flor da pele, very nervous. Yes, irritated and very nervous, like with the whole nervous system down.
Estava
Shaking, and, you know,
pele.
yeah, very nervous, shaking nervously, and, you know, probably irritated, or, you know, with this frozen face or unspeakable face, you know, like very nervous. Nervos estão à flor da pele. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But there's so many sutilezas e nuances na inglês que não existem em português e vice-versa.
Yeah. Is that what it means to be tore up?
My nerves were tore up. I was upset, afligido, emocionalmente afligido,
Uh-huh. Yeah, well,
chateado.
chateado. Yeah. Well, when the thing is, you're using the word nerves here, man. If you use nerves, I will picture in Portuguese. If you say something about your nerves, I'm going to picture you, you know, shaking and pissed off, you know, irritated. Yeah, really with the nervous system down, like
This really refers to the mind, though. What I'm saying, the problem I'm talking about is in the mind and emotions. That's what it's basically.
I got it. It's more like in an emotional way, right? My nerves are tore up.
Yeah, there's so many expressions.
But it does sound like you're talking about the physiology because of the nerves word.
Yeah, but yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, well, Davi, do you need to get your nerves tore up tonight? Shake it off. Now, Keith Davis, did you get your car fixed?
No, I'm debating. I'm gonna get a segunda opinião.
Oh, you're going to get a second, what do they call it? Second opinion?
Yeah, second opinion. And if it turns out that it's not gonna be that much difference, I guess I'll just have to, como a gente diz, bite the bullet and aguentar as pontas and just pay the money.
Did you say buy the bullet?
Bite the bullet.
Oh, bite. Got it. Bite the bullet. All right. Morder a bala. Yeah, aguentar as contas. Is that what it means?
Aguentar as contas. Aguentar as pontas. Aguentar as pontas.
Yeah, well, everyone in Brazil is been biting the bullet recently. Yeah, that's what
So
it's
sad, so sad, so sad, so sad.
That's what we're going. Oh, I didn't want to let you know, but anyways, our mayor just decided we should go under quarantine for 5 days from tomorrow onwards. Only
mesmo?
5 days. They're going to shut down the whole city. And
Eita.
not just the whole city. They got together with the cities nearby, and they decided to shut down the whole, you know, area, the whole, I think north, yeah, the whole north of the state is going to be shut down.
Wow, que coisa.
Only for 5 days. Oh, is that understandable? I don't
That's
know.
incredible. Absolutamente incrível.
Yes, that is incredible. I don't know what to say about that.
So are your students understanding all of this? Is it hard?
The situation?
I mean, are they understanding what we're saying? I know we speak kind of fast sometimes.
I don't know. Davi, do you understand what we're talking about?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. That's it. That's
We're
good.
talking too fast. We're talking above his head.
Well, but that's the goal of the IL session. We need to talk freely so the students can grasp the idea how we are supposed to speak naturally and make mistakes and go fast or yada yada yada. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the idea, because when people go to school in Brazil, when they decide they want to learn English, they think, well, the schools actually teach them only like what 1% of the language. They don't teach the students how to speak naturally and freely like we're speaking here.
Eu te falei da primeira vez que eu falei com um brasileiro de Minas Gerais aqui em Gastonha, em Charlotte uma vez. E o nome dele era Lucimar. Eu falei para ele no telefone porque eu havia feito amizade com um grupo de brasileiros numa igreja brasileira em Charlotte. Então, quando ele me falava, I mean, he was just talking so I was like, what is he saying? What is he saying? And I would be like, what type of Portuguese is this? Because everybody else I had talked to from the Universidade, from the Família Bonfim, that was upper class, and I could understand their Portuguese. I thought, and then I finally asked somebody, I said, I asked somebody from the church, why couldn't I understand Lucimar? And the guy from the church said, oh, ele cresceu na roça. I said, okay, that explains it. That explains it. That would be like you guys trying to understand redneck English.
Yeah, I think I do understand them, but I saw a video. There is a video going all over the country. It's the video is what is it? It's probably a Texan, and they are. It's a Texan, and he is. Oh my gosh, what is it? How can I say leilão in English? Leiloando. I forgot it. That is a term.
Auctioning.
Yes, he is auctioning cattle. Oh my goodness. Let me try to find it for you. It's so funny because it's so fast, Kit Davis, and oh my gosh.
You know what's really funny is when, okay, here in America, whites have their accent, blacks have their accent. But when Latin kids grow up here, they don't, if you listen to them well, they don't sound like either one of them.
Why is that?
I don't know. They learned how to talk properly, and they just have their own accent. And I think, Asians do too.
That's so interesting. I don't know where it is, but it's so interesting because it's so fast, and it's on Facebook. Every now and then I get it back over and over again because people keep, sharing it, and it's so funny. I'm not sure whether it is this one. The guys just auctioning cattle. It's a sort of a rodeo, something like that, but he's just auctioning, And it's so fast, so fast.
Leilão, leileiro, leilão, leileiro,
Let me, leiloeiro, yeah, he's a
leiloeiro.
leiloeiro, yeah.
Você conhece a expressão do keep an eye out for? Calma, que não tem nada a ver com manter o olho fora ou algo do tipo. Na verdade, to keep an eye out for significa ficar atento. Essa expressão pode tanto ser usada no sentido de ficar do olho em algo que poderia ocorrer em breve, quanto dar um sentido de procurar algo enquanto se faz outra coisa. Algo do tipo, se encontrar tal coisa, me avisa. Abaixo, veja algumas frases com keep an eye out for. Ouça os áudios, depois acrescente mais essa expressão na seu Anki, whatever that is. Keep an eye out for spyware programs that install themselves on your computer. Fica atento a programas espiões que instalam a si mesmo no seu computador. Okay, that's an okay expression, I guess. You know, another thing I have to tell people, I have to explain to Brazilian Christians, they like to say, paz do Senhor, and they'll say, how do you say peace of the Lord? And I tell them, I said, well, literally, this is what it says, but nobody says that. How do you guys, como vocês se cumprimentam? I said, we don't.
That's so cool.
So they're like shocked. It says, gosh, here it's totally different.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I have to explain also, the people ask me, how do you say evangélico? I said, well, there is the word evangelical, and it's used more in the media than anything. But I said, down here where we live, nobody says somos evangélicos. A gente diz we're Christian, or we go to church, or we're Baptist, or we're Methodist, or we're Church of God. And I always have to explain this to my amigos evangélicos do Brasil, because sometimes you may say it in Portuguese, or you may say it in Brazil, but you don't say it in America.
Yeah, we definitely don't say that in English, right?
No, nobody here does. Or you may hear people say, how you doing, brother? So I'm blessed. But
yeah.
I don't think they say that in Portuguese.
No.
I mean, you can translate it, but nobody says that.
Nobody does say that. Yeah, not really. How are you
What
doing?
do you do? I mean, what do you tell your students when they ask you, how do you say this? And he says, well, this is how you say it, but nobody says that.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say. I say that a lot, actually, in my classes. Oh, people say that, but I don't know how to say that in Portuguese. Or I say that in Portuguese, but I don't know how to say that in English, because people just don't say it. So, yeah. So I try to come up with, you know, something correlated, but it's not the same. That's what I tell them. Yeah. Or I say, oh, I don't know, I'm going to ask Keith Davis. Whatever he says.
That's the beauty of learning a foreign language. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I tell them. I say, I don't know everything. That's why I ask Keith Davis. And sometimes, you know what? Keith Davis doesn't know.
I mean, that's a good question right there. How would you say that's the beauty of learning a foreign language? What's the common way you guys would say that in Brazil?
In Brazil?
That's the beauty of learning a foreign language. You never stop learning.
We don't say that in Portuguese, man. We can translate that. Essa é a beleza de se aprender inglês, but I never heard that in Portuguese.
But see, I wouldn't even say that. Because I know in Spanish you would say, "Ese es lo bueno o lo bello de aprender uma língua estrangeira." So I thought you would translate, isso é o belo, é a coisa boa de aprender uma língua estrangeira que você nunca para de aprender.
Let me see. There is an expression for that, but we don't say just like you said, you know, in a literal translation. No, not really. We say, I don't, oh man, I don't say that at all. I might have already said something like that. I have just felt like I've already said that before, but it has been so, you know.
Or you might say it sometime in Portuguese, but not as often as in English.
Yeah, it's not often at all. Well, at least where I live, it's not really often at all. Yeah, in Portuguese. Essa beleza, that's the beauty of that. I know that is very common in English. That's the beauty of learning that. That's the beauty of doing that. That's the beauty of going.
Well, if I say that's the down part of the down part.
That's the beauty.
That's the down part. That's the downside. Wait a minute. That's the downside.
Yeah, we don't say that. Essa é a beleza de aprender inglês. I got it. That's what I say. Essa é a parte legal. That's what people say. Okay?
But like I said, if you want to say that's the downside of
Or this. That's the beauty of doing something. Essa é a parte boa. That's what people say. Yeah.
Isso é parte boa, isso é parte legal.
Yeah, essa é a parte boa de ler esse livro. Oh, you say, oh, Gutenberg, read this book. This is an excellent book. You say, oh, I've already read this book. I didn't like it at all. It's a book about whatever, yada, yada, yada. I say, oh, Gutenberg, essa é a parte boa de ler esse livro. Okay? Because I'm telling that.
Like here's one. How would you say that's the down part of going to a foreign country? Not everything is the same. I would say isso é a desvantagem de morar num país estrangeiro. Isso é o lado negativo, o lado ruim de morar num país estrangeiro. Nem tudo é o mesmo em seu país natal.
Can you apply that to doing anything? That's the down part.
The downside means that's the negative part. That's the desvantagem. That's what that means.
All right, got it. So that's the down part of, playing soccer. You can hurt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, aí no Brasil, vocês não pagam a matrícula para a universidade, porque estudar na universidade é de graça. Mas aqui nos Estados Unidos não é assim, são uns 500. Hein?
Well, in Brazil, we have both. We have public and private schools. In the place where I live, we have, actually in Brazil, private institutions have been overwhelmingly spread everywhere they can go. They are now, especially with the advantages of the technology. Now you can have universities everywhere. They are crawling, on top of each other wherever you go in Brazil. Nowadays, public universities, public schools are way less than the private ones. But there was a time it was the opposite. We used to have way more public institutions than private ones. Okay? Currently, it's way the opposite.
Okay, here's another one. I was looking up this one today. The child's weight is off the chart. The blood pressure is off the chart. Literalmente, isso quer dizer está fora do gráfico, but I know you guys don't say that because the expression literally means seu peso está elevadíssimo or something like that.
So it's off the chart, the expression.
Yeah, off the chart. The doctor used to say when I worked in pediatrics, your child's weight is off the chart for his age. It means he's too fat. He weighs too much, Or his blood pressure is off the chart. It means it's way too high.
All right, got it. It does make sense, like when I picture it, because the chart is something square and has limits.
Está em cima da média, coisa tipo assim.
Em cima da média ou além da média?
Além da média.
Além. Okay, because in cima is right on it,
Or
right.
borderline, that's another one. That's another expression I have trouble translating. I would say your blood sugar is borderline. You're borderline diabetic. That means Você não é exatamente diabético, mas também você não é diabético.
Your blood sugar is
Line.
line.
He's borderline obese. That means não é medicamente obeso, mas também não é obeso. Ele está junto no limite, está exatamente no limite.
Is that correct? Borderline?
Line, L-I-N-E.
Oh, line.
Like I was asking a guy, I was saying,
Yeah, it does
that
make sense.
church is borderline cult. E mais ou menos quase uma seita. Ou seja, não é.
Oh, I know what is that. We say that está beirando.
Está beirando.
Yeah, but we need to say we need a compliment. For example, a compliment, not a compliment. We need a compliment on that one. For example,
Yeah, direct object.
Yeah. We can say about the church and cult. We say, essa igreja está beirando cult. I don't know.
Seita.
Yes, thank you.
Essa igreja está beirando uma seita.
Ela está quase se tornando uma seita.
Está se tornando uma seita, mas está beirando uma seita, se pode dizer também.
Yeah, tá virando.
Mas, ok, beirar uma seita. Is that how you guys say it?
There is a slightly difference between beirando uma seita e virando uma seita. Because virando, if you say virando uma seita, at some point it will be totally a cult, okay? But if you say está beirando, ela está só no limite, ela não está progredindo, ela está ali naquela, all right, in a very border, line. It's not going further than the border,
So I don't know. Wow, that's a tough one.
That's how it is in Portuguese. I'm not sure about English, but in Portuguese, if you say virando, at some point in time, it will be totally the other way,
Yeah, because they used to say my pastor was borderline cult because he was so strict and so rigid and so dogmatical, and nobody else was right but him, and they would say, "Oh, he's borderline cult."
Right. Oh boy. Sorry.
And so I was trying to figure out, how do you say that?
Yeah, beirando and virando. There is a difference, okay? Now,
yeah, there's so many.
Sounds more like beirando, okay? Because borderline is the limit. You have evolved up until the limit, and that's it. No further, okay?
But there's so many expressions. I mean, I like to look it up on Reverso and just see how some of these expressions are translated. Now, some of them aren't correct, and I usually I go through them, and then I ask a native speaker, how do you say this? And they'll tell me that. I say, okay, well, this translation is not correct here. That's why I always get a segunda opinión.
And you know what? The best way to learn these expressions is what we're doing right here, right now.
Which is?
Talking about them. Or using them in the real time life. Yeah. All right. As I cannot afford going to the US right now only to practice and learn those expressions in locus.
Like this.
Chatting is the best option. Chatting about them is the best option because the brain will actually understand that we are using them on a daily basis live.
I guess I'm the type that has to learn. Eu aprendi. Também tem pessoas que são a favor de submergir os estudantes na língua, porque supostamente assim é o jeito que uma criança aprende uma língua estrangeira. Que aprende sua própria língua. And yeah. I don't know. Meu cérebro funciona de outro jeito. eu preciso aprender por contexto, eu preciso aprender a lógica de trás disso, aquilo, eu tenho que entender por que isso é masculino, isso é feminino, eu tenho que entender isso, that's just how my brain works. But there's other people, you put them in a situation like that, and they can pick up this and this, but they can't tell you the equivalent or the reason. I don't know.
Okay, your brain works like that because you formatted it, like that.
My what?
Because you set it up like that from the beginning, you are a 2.0 person.
But that's how they would teach the foreign languages. They teach you the grammar first.
Yeah, when you went to school, that's how the school is to be everywhere on earth, and when you went to school, we didn't have the technology we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Information was not widespread like it is right now. Okay, so when you went to school, you used to take the very not traditional but regular lessons were really 2.0. It has a beginning, it has an ending. You have you have to pass a grade, you have to be approved, disapproved, so on and so forth.
But apparently it worked because I'm still speaking Spanish from that way.
Well, it does work, but that's what I'm telling you. The new generation, they don't work like that. They work more like this. The brain, it is naturally, they in the brain learns in a very randomic way. It's very random the way that the brain learns. It's not linear at all. That's what I'm telling you. Your brain was all set up to function on a linear way, but it was taught to be like that.
Yeah, but supostamente, faz muitos anos que eu não piso numa escola, mas supostamente, falando com companheiros de trabalho que têm crianças nas escolas públicas, o jeito que as crianças aprendem a matemática hoje em dia nas escolas públicas nos Estados Unidos não é o mesmo jeito que eu aprendi a matemática quando eu era criança, quando eu era estudante na high school. And I'm thinking, they said they can't understand it. They can't even help the kids with the homework because the way they teach it is so different from the way we learned it.
Yes, that's correct. Okay.
Eita.
Yes, that's correct. So if you don't know how to teach these newer generations, you're going to end up doing what you're not supposed to be doing. Okay, because the way how you were taught is not the way how kids are supposed to learn today. So what is going on? Global education these days is a downgrade because teachers, they don't know how to pass on their knowledge to students.
But you know what? That was so funny. Um momentinho só. Mama, I'm live.
I wanted to throw this trash can away and buy me a new
Okay, I'm live. Okay. But you know what else is interesting though? Ai, meu Deus do céu, me deu branco. Esqueci o que eu ia dizer para você. Eita. What was I gonna tell you? Nossa. Well, maybe it'll come back to me.
All right, let me get that.
That's an expression for you kids. It'll come back to me.
Now, Keith Davis, I wanted to thank you, okay, when this expression come back to you. So just let me know in our next IL session, jot it down and let me know because I'm already eager to know all about it. I'm sure it's going to be a great expression for you to share with us. on
It just
our
means I'll remember. That's all that remains.
That's okay. I have to disconnect right now because I have another live, in approximately 15 minutes time, and I have to clear my throat, So I wanted to thank you and all my audience, okay, for this wonderful conversation. Whenever you're watching this, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in our IL session every Wednesday at around 7:07-ish. All right. Thank you very much, Keith Davis. And I'm forwarding to see you real soon.
Eu fui.
Foi ótimo essa.
Bye. Bye, kids.
Bye, guys.